صليل الصوارم نشيد الأباء ودرب القتال طريق الحياة فبين اقتحام يبيد الطغاة وكاتم صوت جميل صدى.
Which are the origins of ISIS? ISIS began as a branch of Al-Qaeda, found in Iraq in 2004 after the U.S. military invasion in Iraq. It was the first branch of Al-Qaeda established beyond the borders of Afghanistan and Pakistan, led by Abu Musab al-Zarqawi, who swore allegiance to Osama bin Laden and started a military war against Shiite population in Iraq. On June 7, 2006, Abu Musab al-Zarqawi was killed in an aerial target attack carried out by the American Army, and then the Islamic State of Iraq, ISIS, was established. Between 2008 and 2011, the power of ISIS decreased, mainly because of the U.S. military campaign in Iraq, but ISIS leaders were constructing a covert operation in Syria. At the end of 2011, ISIS sent Syrian and Iraqi jihadists skilled in guerrilla warfare to Syria, taking advantage of the civil war, to participate in the campaign against the Bashar al-Assad regime in alliance with the al-Nusra Front, although this alliance didn't last long. In 2013, they changed their name to ISIS, the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, and in 2014 announced that ISIS was no longer a branch of Al-Qaeda. In the same year, the Caliphate was officially declared by ISIS and its leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, as a caliph, followed by the conquest of Mosul, the second largest city of Iraq.
What is a caliphate? The Caliphate is an Islamic state, and it's how Muslims have organized themselves since the death of the Islamic prophet Muhammad, governed under the Islamic law and ruled by the Caliph, which is Muhammad's successor. The original Caliphate was established in the year 632 in the Arabian Peninsula and came to an end in the 20th century. By using the language of Caliph and Caliphate, ISIS is attempting to establish itself as the leader of a worldwide Muslim movement in order to mobilize a broad coalition of support by erasing national boundaries.
The ultimate and main goal is to reconstruct the caliphate, with ISIS leader as a caliph. To do so, they must keep expanding on its territory and consolidate control over its holdings in Iraq and Syria. To demonstrate it can run a state with large towns and cities.
The creation of this Muslim caliphate only includes Sunni Muslims, not Shiite Muslims. ISIS wants legitimacy as a state and loyalty from other Muslims.
Gain followers all over the world through propaganda.
Destruction of borders. ISIS already started the eradication of the borders of Iraq and Syria and would like to do the same elsewhere.
How does ISIS finance itself? ISIS has an advantage. Unlike Al-Qaeda, it does not depend on external donations. Only 5% of their revenues are from kidnaps and extortion. The rest comes from two sources. They charge taxes in the pseudo-state they established, and the main income they have comes from the oil of the territory they control in Iraq and Syria. Where are they located? ISIS is located mainly in Syria and Iraq. They also have presence in Nigeria, Algeria, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Libya, and Egypt. ISIS has been related to other terrorist groups like Boko Haram in Nigeria. There's also some branches in process to join ISIS.
How is ISIS related to religion? Middle East is one of the most ethnically diverse regions in the world, and within Islam there is a great division between Sunnis and Shiites. Muhammad's death triggered a civil war between the Shia to Ali and the Sunnis. ISIS is an extremist group that follows the Quran. This is one of the reasons of their extreme violence. The Quran says in its chapter 47, "When you meet the infidels, attack them in the neck." Extremists often take that passage literally. It is necessary to consider that the shooting cut someone's neck is considered a more humanitarian method of killing someone in the 7th century, the era that ISIS wants to revive.
Several locations have been harmed by bombings and shootings of ISIS, such as Paris, London, Syria, and Egypt. In general, ISIS attacked 143 times in 29 countries, causing around 2,043 deaths. Countries that were directly attacked by ISIS were Nigeria, Yemen, Somalia, Cameroon, Niger, Libya, Algeria, Tunisia, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Egypt, Spain, France, Belgium, Turkey, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Jordan, Lebanon, and Russia. Iraq was the main target of 2013 by the attacks of ISIS, attacking in March, April, and May, killing a total of 1,041 people and leaving 2,221 people injured. 2014 left 6 people dead and 10 people injured. Only they attacked in Belgium and Canada. In 2015, the main targets for ISIS were France, Turkey, and Egypt, killing 1,020 people and injuring more than 2,171 people. 2016 was the most devastating year, by ISIS taking more than 1,456 people dead and more than 3,500 people injured. The main countries that were attacked and targeted by ISIS were Iraq, Pakistan, and France.